Happy Sunday, everybody. Andy and Steve from WagerTalk.com doing our very first Sunday episode of Road to Millions. I think it's a pretty important day of the week, so we want to kind of get in the habit of doing these because football season will be coming up, which we know should be a big day for everyone, especially in the prop world. So we're going to go over a few things here. We're just going to talk about pending plays that we have. We'll look at the upcoming week. We'll go over the streak of the day, and then we are going to go over an NFL future client play. So let's get into the pending plays real quick. At the time we're recording this, the Formula One race looks pretty good. Looks like we're going to do really well in that. We had a pretty good night in UFC. That was tied to, we got one of those, I believe, that's tied to a Formula One parlay. So we're looking good on that front. At the time of the recording of this, the golf play, the 5% is razor close. Like we are right there. It was dead in the water as of 4 a.m. and now do the Undertaker meme where it's coming back to life. So we need some help. We just need some guys that are at -2 and -1 to fall back. We will see if we can. The gambling gods will be gracious enough to bless us with their presence today. So we'll see about that. All right, so let's get ready for this week. Today we have an MLB play of the day. We're going the normal percent on that, so let's get that locked in. And then we also have our promo code that is up. It's we do it the last week of the month. Andy 30 gets 30 days for 159. So if you're doing the every 30 days, we've got that turned on, so you can. We'll leave that up all week. So as soon as your 30 days is up, just go ahead and grab that one. It is active. I know I will have a UFC play up later today. We've already got a great look at next week's card. We're coming off a 2-1 night, so feeling pretty good about UFC. I was very happy about some of the plays, Steve, that we laid off. And I was really proud of you and me and Corbin and Nathan. We researched a bunch of them and we laid off quite a few plays. And it's kind of like, we have enough plays. We don't need to force it. So we're not having the best week, but man, this could have been a disaster week if we would have played some of these. And you want to talk the Marlins and Rockies? You want to talk out that process of how we laid off? So we always say, like, best way to make money is to not lose it. We were going to play the Marlins and Rockies. Tell us about the series and why'd we lay off?
Yeah, well, in the first game of the series, we played it and we lost. It was 6-1 final. And just looking at it, the Marlins are just lifeless right now. I mean, they picked up the victory yesterday, but they didn't cover the run line, which is what we would have needed. So when we looked ahead at the two games for Saturday and Sunday, looking at the pitching matchups and whatnot, it had split written all over it, maybe 0-2. And, the split with the juice is going to lose us, partial units. So we don't need that. So we took it off the weekend slate, stuck with our other series that's been going well for us. So it was a great spot right there to lay off of them for two games. And yesterday would have been the loss. Today we would have been looking to just not even break even, to just get back a good portion of what we would have lost yesterday.
Yeah, there was a UFC play that I really liked. Nathan talked me out of it. He was 100% right. There was a play Nathan liked. Something didn't feel right about it. Sure enough, that one lost. So I feel like we've done a pretty good job laying off some of those losers, which can just eat up your bankroll. And again, we try and go lower volume. We may have a lot of plays on the weekend, but it's just a few across a bunch of different sports. So I would say I'm pretty happy with that. That's kind of one of those things that doesn't go on the stat sheet, like being a locker room guy.
Yeah. And I feel like we've been great at that, though, is telling if you can tell if the other person is passionate about the play or not. And that's the thing is that we've gotten to know each other over the past couple of years, and we know this is a play that he really loves, you know what I mean? And I'm going to stick with it with him. And this is one that I need to talk him off of because, you know what I mean? I got to be real and lay out some of the facts why I don't like this play and why it might not make the card.
Yeah. So, I feel like we've done some pretty good work there. So let us jump into. Let's do the streak of the day, man. I like this is an interesting streak of the day. So you want to talk Giancarlo Stanton home run versus the hits, runs, and RBIs, and just to start talking. You pointed this out. I think it's a great talking point.
So he's got a great matchup today against Jordan Lyles. Obviously, it's a great pitcher to face. He's 7 for 21.
Who doesn't have a great matchup against Jordan Lyles, Steve?
That is true. But Stanton 7 for 21 with a home run against him. The thing is here is that he's only went over his HRR in 12 of his last 30 games. Typical Stanton. It's feast or famine. It's home run or nothing. Just look at his July box scores, and he's had 12 hits in July. 6 of them have been home runs. And if you look at recently, I think he's had 6 of his last 8 hits have been home runs. So it's kind of all or nothing for this guy. And he's facing Jordan Lyles, who has allowed 20 home runs this year. He's ninth most home runs allowed in the MLB. And so I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, HRR is negative 145. His home runs plus 265. I would jump on the home run and sprinkle that lightly as opposed to risking a full unit on his HRR today. And like I said, it's a great matchup against Lyles to hit a home run.
Yeah, it's not going to make our card. We're pretty happy with just doing the teams and not really playing these player props right now. But yeah, if you want to grab yourself a lot more, a lot better value, that's a really great way to look at it. Yeah, you're right. Stanton, feast or famine, man. It's pretty amazing. So
he's been with him. He's batting 200, but he's got 40 bombs. when you look back on it, you know what I mean. It's how it's always been.
All right. The next thing that we are going to look at is an NFL future client play. We talked about our NFL futures and how important they are. And yes, we do play them. So we wanted to go over one. This is an actual future client play. This is part of the Road to Millions. So let's talk CJ Stroud. I'll try and spell under correct. That'll help us out. This falls into we're looking for guys that we can go under. We like big numbers that we can go under. You and I both just loved this one. It didn't take that much research. I know he's a rookie, but it didn't take that much research and rationale. So let's start talking CJ Stroud. Steve, what do we like about his under?
I mean, first off, he's still battling for the number one spot against Davis Mills. And Davis Mills could prove to be the better option considering he started 15 games for them last season. So, if Mills were to start the season as the quarterback and play 4, 5, 6 games, Stroud, this play is going to go under 100%. I mean, then you look at Houston, obviously 3-13 and 1 last season. Not a lot of weapons over there. He's going to be dealing with Robert Woods, Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz. I mean, it's not exactly a who's who. It's not like he's armed with a ton of weapons over there. And we got some question marks around the Wonderlic test score. He scored the lowest of any quarterback prospect on this Wonderlic, and he took it multiple times. There's plenty of questions here and plenty of ways that he could go under. I mean, look at the numbers on it. He needs to average 200 per game exactly to get over this and play all 17 games. That's the key.
The Wonderlic thing, I've always kind of just whatever. Kind of alarming, I guess.
It's a red flag, right? It makes you question if he's going to be able to,
process an NFL offense and be able to call the shots and be able to recognize, like, I got an audible out of this one. We're not playing it just because of that, but it's just it's a little red flag about why he can go under. And I'm with you, Steve, man. If he doesn't have a great preseason or whatever, maybe they say, let's start Davis Mills and let's see if we can just get this guy, a little bit of rest and have him sit on the bench and learn a little bit if that happens, or if he's awful to begin with and then Mills comes in and plays, it's bets, flying under. So that's kind of how we look at trying to take these unders, try and look at guys that are vulnerable. And then of course, you never root for an injury, but that's always a possibility with these unders is, you tweak an ankle or pull a hamstring or something and, the under catches immediately. So this is one of a few of our client plays for NFL futures. These are up for all access clients, but once we have our week 1 play, once the player props and team props all come out, then we will attach all of these with our week 1 play. So if you just want to wait a little bit until we have week 1, or if you just want to get one of those all access passes, like the 30-day special that's up now, you can get all of these. And yes, all of the futures are included on the Road to Millions. So I hope to be doing a lot more of these Sunday shows. We're aiming for every week. I know before football season it won't be super busy, but let's get in the flow. And when football season starts, we're gonna have a jam-packed NFL show. Our goal is to really go over a lot of NFL plays, talk a lot of props on a Sunday morning, see where the lines have moved, and see how we can help out on the road to millions with everybody. So looking forward to that. Steve, great job. Let's cash our MLB play. Let's close out some of these Formula One and hopefully this golf play. And we'll see everybody Monday. Good luck. Let's have a great Sunday.